Hello guys!
Hello guys!
Oh my god, I hear myself doubled. Looks like we've got technical problems again with people going into the lobby who aren't supposed to be there. That's a thing that happens quite often actually. Especially in Division 1. That we've got people driving in the lobby who don't belong here. That's obviously causing a problem. So we are waiting for the mods to fix this. But yeah. No one has an idea what's going on, that's good. So, guys, welcome back. I got ourselves a nice co-commentator who will join soon. He's actually my teammate in Division 2. And yeah, we're just waiting for him. So yeah, guys, welcome. It's the Division 1 race, the week highlight, the fastest drivers of the Delta Pace Racing League. Right now, going onto Austria. Austria is one of the shortest and fastest circuits on the F1 calendar. But we'll see how that pans out. In Austria, the times are usually very short. The drivers are probably hunting 1.3 to 1.4 times. And we see how that pans out. Because on a track that short as Austria, everything counts. So yeah, we see how everyone does. And we've got ourselves a nice co-commentator who will join us for probably Q2 just right now to... And we've got qualifying in the wet. Now that's super interesting. So wet qualifying is gonna be super interesting. And we've got our first person that's caught out by the treacherous conditions around the track. It's ISRL Mushroom, who looks like he's out of the session. That's interesting. And sorry for having no picture for a short period of time. It's just so we can have our second commentator. Hello.
Hi, hello. How are you doing, mate?
Very well. And
Yeah.
are you already in the lobby so you can watch everything?
Yeah, I am in the lobby.
We've got
I
wet
just
qualifying.
I saw it. I just saw that Mushroom had a massive shunt into the wall, lost his wheel and everything. I hope he's okay.
It's good that you're with me, because then we have 4 eyes and I sometimes fail to catch things. I just saw that Mushroom is out and I saw he parked his car on the left side on the second straight.
Yeah.
And I thought,
Yeah.
what did he do? But it looked like a shunt. Wet qualifying is going to be really interesting. But we're right now following on board with Vestel, who had a purple first sector. So let's see what he can convert that lap to.
Okay, great. That's Raptor in the AlphaTauri, right?
Rapster and the AlphaTauri is currently first, but we're currently following the Racing Point in P9 Vestel because now in P10 because he had the fastest first sector.
Okay, I'm following.
Oh, and he spun it.
Oh,
Not spun it, but half spun it, and that's the end to his lap.
okay. Alright, listen, co-commentator. By the way, I'm Chap Cho. I'm from Division 2 and 3.
He's my teammate in Division 2.
Oh no, I'm not from Division 2, that's another league. Oh, sorry. But I have to go for 5 minutes and then I'm gonna join you full in the commentary booth. I hope,
Of course.
It's gonna be a great race.
I hope so. Rain and qualifying. It's like
As far-
the real test of strengths.
Yeah, as far as I can see now, it's gonna be a great race because the times are already quite quick, you know? It's quicker than I can do in the race.
And they're super close. That's the thing about Division 1. You have only like 1 second margin. It's often the thing when you go to when you look at Q3 times, that there's like 1 second margin between all 10. And yeah.
Oh. Okay, so if you can solo it to through Q1, then in Q2 I'm gonna join you full time, and
Of course.
in Q3 and in the race.
Take your
of course.
time. As Jackie invalidated his lap on the last corner, that would have been a good lap. That would have been right up there with his teammate. As the Yazuka half spun it. But yeah, as we said, qualifying in wet conditions is always a very difficult thing to do. Driving in the wet generally is a very difficult thing to do. And so we might have a little bit of mixed up grip because often really fast drivers are not strong in the wet. And that's also a thing that's new introduced in Division 1. I think it was last week, driving in Italy. As we watch Sigazuki crossing the line, goes P7 right behind his teammate with fastest third sector. Yeah, dynamic weather was just introduced in Division 1, I think last race in Italy, Monza. But then they actually forgot to turn dynamic weather on. So yeah, first time we see dynamic weather really coming handy and giving us an exciting qualifying. I hope it stays wet for a longer time. But it looks a bit like it's getting less rain. As we're on board with Zafter, who crosses the line, and it's second for Zafter. As we're just following the hearts of Chebo Flauta. Chibo, I'll call him Chibo. Just starting his hot lap, currently P10, he will want to improve on that time. But since we have 1 DNF and only 80 people in the lobby, it will only be 3 people who go out in Q1, so it's less pressure for all the people. as we're currently on board with Jack Francis. I'm lucky that I don't race in Division 1 and I race in Division 2 because I'm awful in the wet. And when it would rain I would like be dead in a few seconds of time because only traction control in the wet. But it's not about me, it's about those fast drivers. And as you see already, first 8 people, all within 1 second. And that's crazy. For the wet, where your times turn very inconsistent. But Jack crosses the line and he stays 6th. As we're with Chebo on his hot lap, just starting a hot lap, and I think now he's going to make this hot lap. As we are following, Chebo crosses the line and stays 10th fastest. But we're currently following Anymeister, crossing the line and staying very fast. Anymeister, one of the guys who was really fast at past races but seems to struggle in the rain. That's what I said from the beginning. Rain just shows who's a good driver. As we're currently on board with Vfest, who wants to improve on his time because he's currently P14. Takes the turn very nicely. That's not easy in the rain. It's very easy in that turn to spin. And there's the racing point that gone off. Yeah, he got off. That's Ikazuke. And he might have damage from that. That's very close to being invalid. But yeah, he is on the start finish straight, crossing the line, and goes P10, and that should make him Q2. Segazuke has purple in the second sector. Is the baby going to be able to go into P1? And that's a really good lap, and that gives a provisional P2, and you should be safe to go to the next session. As we're currently following Taylor. No, definitely not you for President, Rapster. I see just following the second Red Bull of Jackie Brighty going up the hill on a hot lap. He might... I hope Brian is giving him good enough space. But does look like it. Maybe... Yeah, Brian is also on a hot lap. As Amirul takes provisional P1. But Brian only goes P15. Is he out of the first session? And maybe Kerry has a qualifying ban? Is that a thing that's possible because he's not driven out yet? Yeah, I know, they're all just... Yeah, just calm down, Rapster, because... You just let them do it. Because then you have more sets of fresh inter tires for the next session if it keeps raining. I don't have the weather report, so maybe when you're just currently sitting in the garage you could maybe tell me what the weather report says for the other qualifying sessions. That would be a really nice thing if you could if actually someone who races and watches the stream could do that. If it is inter conditions for the whole race, or maybe it changes, or not race but qualifying. So maybe who's in the garage and watching us did, would be really nice if you could tell me.
Hello?
Hello, welcome back.
Yeah, I'm back, mate.
Very nice.
So, tell me what happened. What did I miss?
Just some crazy fast drivers on the track. Like, there was not another incident. Like, Mushroom was the only one who got caught out by the conditions, and it's drying up already. As you see it, it's like not raining anymore, the track is only a bit wet, so we will have like a normal qualifying.
Okay, where are we in Q2 already?
No, just at the end of Q1.
Okay, because I can't see drivers, I can't see nobody.
What? Like when you're in the race and on the left side.
Yeah. I mean.
Nice. That's good. And you see driver names.
Yeah, there's nobody on the track at the moment. Oh, it's done. Sorry.
It's done.
With Q1.
That's what I told. That's what I told you. Yeah. Looks
Sorry.
like Kerry had a quali ban because he didn't drive out.
Yeah.
So he's out. Then we've got ISRL Mushroom. I'll just call him Mushroom for now. Also eliminated because he crashed. And we've got David Gonzalo also eliminated because he was not fast enough.
Okay.
So only 3 drivers going up because we're not in full grid today.
Oh, we're two guys short. Okay.
Yeah. And what I would also really suggest to you is that you turn on the mini-map so you can see if a lap is invalidated.
Yes, I will do that.
That's a thing that's really good.
Heading out again.
As we see Amirul taking the fastest lap in Q1. After him, behind him is the Rapstar, Zigezuke, Sefter and Tink, rounding up the top 5. And yeah, looks like we're going to have a dry Q2. Words are hard. Looks like we're going to have a dry Q2. And yeah, really looking forward to it. You can also see the distance.
When you go into Q2 and it's a dry session, does the tire regulation still count there? Then have you
it's
the tires you choose?
It's the tire that you qualify for Q3.
Okay.
Or that you have to start. If it's a wet session, you can choose any dry tire you want. But I think it's going to be a dry session.
Because of the first Q was a wet session, you know? That's why I have this question.
No, that's just Q2.
Okay.
And I asked for a driver that's in the chat who maybe has like a weather report for me, but it looks like it's drying up already, and maybe the people are going to be able to drive out on dry tires.
Then it's going to be a very, very interesting session, because then how later you go, how faster the times will be, because how dry the track will be.
What do you think? Are we going to have 1-2 times, or is that not possible?
It's Division 1, eh? I think we're gonna have, if it's gonna be a good dry session, we're gonna have 1-2 times, yeah. Maybe high, maybe middle. Because I know there are a lot of freakishly fast drivers in this league.
Yeah, we see the first one going out, it's a Ferrari.
Safdar.
Yeah, but it's still inter conditions. Still intermediate conditions, but maybe I think you should just wait and go on dry tires, because it looks like it's drying up. He's also the only one going out.
Yeah, but I think it's good to have a bank lap. If you have a bank lap, then you have a time to set, you know?
Yeah, of course.
When you're driving the car, you will gonna have delta times on the steering wheel, and then you know how much faster you will be on your dry tire.
Of course. But he's the only one going out. Driving out.
Somebody has to be the first, of course. The number 21.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, and the DRS is activated just now. And that's the sign for everyone that dry tires are quickest now.
Okay.
That's also in the race always, when you're driving races and it's wet and the DRS gets activated, it's like the last thing that tells you have to go on dry tires.
But still, Safdar is going for a hot lap.
Yeah, if he wants to.
DRS is open. He's going towards turn 3 now. And it's a very late braking point over here because it's uphill. Eh?
Yeah. Mushroom just told me that he had a small wheel glitch in qualifying.
And what's that?
Something happened to his wheel, and that's because he DNF'd, I think.
Okay.
That's the one who DNF'd in Q1.
Yeah, I saw him. My first screen was his front wing in the wall.
Nice one. Yeah, but is Biff's already also out on Inter tires, so maybe Inters are still faster?
Maybe it's dry but it's not that hot. Maybe the track is still wet, and then you have to make a few rounds to dry the track, and then it's okay to go on the dry tire.
Yeah,
fast.
of course, makes sense.
I don't know if then 1-2 is possible, but you know.
Oh, Biff has a very late slap.
With these guys, everything is possible.
Yes, that's the first time. Yes. But there's still the only two guys out there.
We got another one. I think it's a Haas.
Yeah, the only two guys out there are Sefter in the Ferrari and Bifas in the Haas.
And he's on the intermediates also.
Yeah. And I asked for a weather report of someone who drives, but no one wants to give me one. That's sad.
No, but if I look out of the commentary booth, I think it's dry, right?
Yeah.
So, Gabo, what is your thoughts about the training of today? Haven't you seen it?
I just saw a little bit, like a part of Q2, training 2, because while practice 1 I was still in school, and yeah, practice 2 I saw a little bit, but I was studying for my physics test I have next week, so yeah. Just a little bit, but yeah. I saw that Kimi like crashed.
Oh yeah, he crashed hard, but he just drove off, you know. Yeah, that's like Kimi, you know. Doesn't matter to go into the world, I'm just gonna drive the car anyway.
Yeah. Oh, and Biff has validated his next lap.
Yeah, but he set a time of 1:13.569. Oh, and he almost lost the leg.
I think he just drove on the grass.
Maybe to get a little bit of dirt in the tires, you know, make it a little bit slicky. Maybe got a little bit more grip.
Yeah. Brian just told me it's drying up in the chat, so yeah. Probably everyone just waiting until they again get out on dry tires. I think that's the first guy going out on dry tires. Yeah! Amiru going out on the fresh set of soft, so he's the first one.
It's the Alfa Romeo.
Yes.
So can you tell me which guys to have a look out for? Which guys are the fastest?
So Amiru was fastest in Q1.
Okay.
Then the Rapster won the last race, so he's also very fast. Zigizuke almost won the last race, but lost it at the exit of Parabolica after the safety car restart.
Oh, that's harsh.
So there are like 3 guys you really have to look out for. Taylor also, I think, if I remember correctly, is a really fast guy because he won in Canada.
Okay.
It was one of the Red Bulls. It was either Taylor or Jack. I can't tell, but I think it was Taylor. But we just that you mentioned it, which drivers can we look out for? We can have a look at the driver standings.
Do that. You know, Emerald is going for his hot lap now. Oh
no, he's pitting.
He's just doing a drive and survive. I think he thinks it's too wet out there for a hot lap.
Yeah.
Scrub the tires a little bit. Maybe he's going to use them in the race. So, about tire strategies, what do you think is going to happen? Oh no, first you're going to do the top 10.
Yeah, I just... Where are the standings? I can't find them.
Okay, then I just go keep questioning questions.
Questioning questions.
Questioning questions. Have anybody got a question for me?
Are you in the chat also?
Yeah, I'm in the chat. I'm the.
Very well. Oh well, we can just look at the standings after race 4. I think that's also the current standings.
Okay.
No, that's Division 2. That's Division 1. Yeah. Safter is currently leading the driver standings.
Alright.
The Ferrari, and after him is Taylor. in P2 and Burrito in P3, but I think he's not racing today. He got reserved. Then we've got Scrolled, who's also not racing today, in P4. Jack Francis currently in P5, so also a guy we have to look out for.
We have a outlap of Tinker Twitch.
Yes.
In the Renault. Nice car.
Yeah, but Zigezuke is a really good driver, but he's like last in the championship of only 2 points. But was very unlucky in the last race.
We'll see what he's going to do today. Maybe today it's his track, so maybe he's gonna perform. Gonna set a good race tonight.
I never had so much chat activity. Like it's
Sorry.
only Q2 and we already have more messages than like the last 3 streams combined.
Okay. Well, sorry for my bad English because I'm Dutch. I'm not English, so.
Yeah, I'm also not
my
English.
English together. Yeah, I know you're German, so it's a Dutch guy and a German guy on the commentary. Speaking in English, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, of course. As we can watch BFest who's on a hot lap on softs. I think that's the thing we could do.
There are a lot.
But he almost
people out there.
Yeah, but he's the only one who's currently on the hot lap and not on an out lap.
Hot lap. Who is it?
BFest, the guy who already set the lap time.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Give me the car names. I don't know the people yet.
Yeah, I'm also just like saying the first 5 letters. Like numbers or random letters I don't say because I think, yeah, that's just not something you should say.
Keep it at teams. He relegated his lap, man. I see the red line. I see that the wheel is just behind him on an out lap. I think it's Andy Meister.
Yeah. Currently starting his hot lap.
The McLaren is starting his hot lap also. I'm gonna...
Oh, Andy Meister invalidated his lap, going to wide out of the final turn.
Okay. Jack Francis is on a hot lap also.
Yeah.
And he's very fast because he has...
Purple in the first sector.
He's very charging the third corner. He's now going down to the fourth. And this is a very tricky corner because you have to brake a little bit earlier because it's downhill. And then we're going to my favorite couple of corners. I don't know their names, but I always call them the double whammer jammer. This is the whammer and the next one is the jammer.
I think the turns in Austria don't have names because it's a relatively new track.
It's like numbers.
That's like, yeah, the turn names are numbers. Like the old tracks that have turn names, but I think the new tracks just like don't have names.
Okay, so he just set a purple second sector and he's
pits?
going in. He set two sectors in purple and just go back into the pit.
Okay.
Then you are in a strong case. I think Jack Francis is going for a pole position tonight.
Do you think?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think Sector might also be a contender. I'm currently following Jackie, who set a purple second sector. Let's see what he does.
He's going into the last corner. Whoa.
Opens the DRS and it's a 1.4.9.
Wow.
No, it's a 1.5.6. Bifas just set a time lag at the exact same moment. As Repsol goes quickest with a 1.3.6.
This is the one of the sub 1.4s. So this is the first real time you have to count.
Yeah, but I think it will get a little bit faster because the track is still drying a bit up and it's still cold. So the lap times will still improve. That's what I think. But what do you think?
I think the track is definitely going to improve. Because, yeah, it's drying and drier and drier.
It's drying, it's heating up. They distribute more rubber on the track.
Yes, that's why. And there's going to be a clean line. There's going to be more rubber, so there's going to be more grip. I think at the end of the session, maybe we can go a second quicker.
the last couple of turns. And let's see what's his lap gonna be.
Brian, he's my he's my teammate in Division 3.
P7 with a 110.3. I think that's not a real lap. I think that's he did a second lap to heat his tires.
Yeah, he can go much faster because I trained with him today, and he did a 1.4 at least. So I think he's going for a 1.46, 1.47. That I hope he's gonna make it in the top 10. But I think at these quick guys, it's gonna be very hard.
It's going to be very tough, yeah.
So let me see who's on a quick lap. Emerald is on a quick lap also.
Really fast driver.
Alfa Romeo. He's currently on a 1.5.129. He's now into the
Star Food goes P2, also with the 1.3 time. In the Renault.
I think these are the guys you have to watch out for because the
and Emiru is also on the medium.
Very fast. Yeah, that's going to be a strategy also. What do you think is the best strategy on this circuit? Is it going to be a one-stopper, two-stopper, medium hard, soft to medium?
Well, I can say in my race in Division 2, a soft medium worked out very well. I started at the back, but it just worked out because I had two safety cars with perfect timings to go to the medium. So yeah, I know what's quickest, but it's a track where you can overtake, so I can imagine the soft medium is a bit faster, although you have to make an additional stop.
Yeah, safety car is gonna be
safety car is gonna be really interesting. I just want to follow Safter now, who goes on P4 with a low 1.4 time. We've got a lot of 1.4 times actually.
I think the low 1.4 is going to be the top 10, and then if you the 1.3s, everybody's going sub 1.4. I think it's going to be a provisional pole sitter.
You need 1.4 to go into Q3. That's crazy. Is Taylor gonna make it? P2 in the championship.
I know there's a 1.2 in the track also because I've seen it. Not on this session, but I've seen a 1.2 in Division 1.
But Taylor, currently in P12, P2 in the championship. He needs to improve his lap time or else he's out. And starting from P12. But I think that's what he's going to do.
At the end, so
yeah, rounding the last two corners. And he's on low fuel. The championship second is out in the second qualifying session. That's crazy.
Start off just related.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, sorry, that.
Emiru is also out. So, you think he's third or fourth in the championship? No, he's 7th, but he's still really quick. He's also out of qualifying.
So, who do we have for the top 10 shootout?
For the top 10 shootout, we've got D-Rapstar, Star Pro Food, BFAS, Jack Francis, Safter, the championship leader, Kizorus, Andy Meister, Tink32, Sigezuke, and Jack Brighty. Those are the guys that are going to have a top 10 shootout.
I think that's a nice mix of fast drivers.
Yeah, what really surprises me is that Emiru and Taylor are out. Two really fast drivers, where I really expected
maybe they were gonna try a different strategy because when you're out of the top 10, then
you can start on the medium.
Yes.
Or on the hard, but I think starting on hard league race is not a good idea.
Okay.
Because it often happens that you have an early safety car. If it's not lap 1, it happens. Okay, so our top 10 shootout, I already mentioned them, but I don't have to. No one managed to qualify on the mediums. Two people tried with Vestal and Emiru, and Emiru just slightly misses out on Q3.
Only with a 10th, eh?
Less than a 10th, half a 10th.
Less than a 10th of second he missed out.
And that would have been really good if he would have made it to Q3 with the medium. Yeah, but yeah, we'll see. Who's your favorite for pole?
My favorite for pole, yeah, I don't know a lot of these guys. I know that Rapster is very fast. I've heard it because I know that Case Aris, that's his friend. I spoke to him yesterday. I know he's just new in the division, and he's very, very delighted to drive the Mercedes. And yeah, I think he's a guy who's gonna make maybe make pole. But I know that Sigazu is also fast.
Yeah, that's like my two favorites for pole. I think Rapster and Sigazuke. Maybe also Safter because he's the championship leader, and that proves he's good. But yeah, we'll see. Because we already see the first one driving out.
I think there are some outsiders also, because Kezaris is new to the division. He's just new in the car and nobody knows him, so maybe he can surprise everybody and snatch the pole, you know?
Yeah, of course. I don't know him. As we've got sunshine on the track right now.
And as you can see, it's just different from the first quali and the second quali. Now it's sunshine and everybody wants to set the first banker lap. Just to make a statement.
Well, that's awkward. I hope no one heard my chat I had with my grandpa.
What? No.
My grandpa just came into my room, although I have a sign on my door that says I'm currently live. And please don't interrupt.
Do you have a red light bulb above that?
No, I don't have a red light. I just have a paper sign that I stick on the door when I get live.
On the air.
Yeah. And he just went in and told me, yeah, do you want to watch qualifying tomorrow?
No.
I don't only want to watch qualifying, I want to watch the F2 races tomorrow.
Yeah, oh. It's gonna be a racing day all
day
tomorrow.
It's free, I think. I like the new system of Formula 2, that you have 3 races each weekend.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that that was happening.
Yeah, they have like 2 sprint races on Saturday. The first one is where you qualify. The second one is the qualification, but the top 10 are reversed. And the feature race on Sunday is the results of the sprint race, but the top 8 are reversed. I think that's how it works.
So we got an unusual situation because all 10 drivers are out at the same time.
Yes. Tink is the first one to set the time, and he's got a 4-4. Then Andy Meister also with a 1-4, but he had the 1-4-4.
I saw that he was trying to slipstream him, just to make that little bit.
But we also have some people on an invalid lap. As example, Sigazuke. And we see Jack Francis just rounding the last 2 turns.
Yes, I see it also. He's going to the last corner right now, but he's going to open up his rear wing. And what time is going to set? Whoa, it's a 1:4.1.
Fun fact, this is the second track I learned to drive without line.
Without lying?
Line, without the racing line. The first one I learned was Sochi. And Kizoris with a 1:3.3.
Look, now we're going for the real time.
And Safter with a 1:3.8.
And I told you that Kesaurus was a good outsider for the pole position, and I think 1:3.3 is
that's what you told me.
Time.
And Starprofood going P2 with a 1:3.6. Also we've got Zikizuke. I don't know if he's boxing or not, but he's rounding the last 2 turns. Let's see what his time's gonna be. Yes. He has a 1:3.7, which puts him into P3.
I think it's very, very close. If you see the top 2, 3 and 4, there's about 2 tenths between them. Wow.
Now the Raptor is driving out. That's the guy I'm really... No, he's not driving out. I'm stupid, sorry.
No, you're not stupid.
I thought he was... I thought... Yeah, now he's driving out. That's what I saw. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what what's his time gonna be.
We're gonna follow him.
Yeah, me too.
Again, it's an uphill brake.
Yes.
It's unbelievable how late you can brake at that corner.
Yeah. That's also what I had when I started learning that track without line. I was like braking at 100, but then I got overtaken by everyone, and then braking at 50. Oh, the rep still validates his lap, but he's still in an outlap, so it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Why? What am I saying? I first say then I'm thinking about it.
On the validated lap, only in the last corner when it happens, then
of course, because then you also have an advantage on the next lap. That makes sense. Just slow down so you can turn everything on hot lap. Rounding the final turn. Let's see if he gets a good exit. That looks like a good exit. That's also uphill brake. You can also brake very late for that corner.
Yeah, and you have to watch out for the curves on the inside, because if you hit them on the wrong way, your car's gonna spin and the wall is very, very close at that point. Huh?
That turn, that exit is also very difficult. I've seen a lot of people spin there, including myself in the Division 2 race.
But he's not on purple on the first sector, so he's not on the pole time yet.
Yeah, he's not giving everything, he's just giving it a little bit.
So
but
here we go, and he's going for the double whammy jammer now.
Really nice driving from him.
In the purple
sector 2, yes.
It's gonna be very, very close, because first one wasn't even green, I think, and the second one is purple. So now we go for the last corner, and then we're
last two corners.
Gonna have full.
He has a nice exit, and it is a 1-3-0 for the Raptor. He's 2.5 times faster than Kizaurus. That's close to a 1-2.
Very fast. I told you that these guys can do a 1-2 or 1-2 high, and I've seen it. So I think everybody's gonna go for it one more time, and then we're gonna have.
We only have 5 minutes left in the session.
So I think everybody can go out for one more lap if they got the tires for it.
So who do you want to follow for the next lap? I'm currently following Safter, who's currently on a hot lap.
I will watch with you.
Who has the purple sector 1?
The only remaining Ferrari in the top 10.
I think we don't have a second Ferrari in this race actually.
Oh, that's not good. Normally Ferrari is a wanted car, you know?
I think a Ferrari and AlphaTauri is missing. But I could be wrong.
So, if Safter he's not on a purple too, maybe he's gonna have a very good third sector. And if he has a better sector, I think he's going to be the first one in the 1-2s.
But let's see, he rounds the final turn, takes a lot of curb there. It's a 1-3.4, which puts him into P3. Right behind the Raptor and Kizaurus.
He's gonna be very, very happy with that.
Yes, the championship leader.
I see that Stars in the last corner also. He's coming out of the last corner, but he just kept it inside. I thought he look at you.
And he stays for fastest. I'm currently watching Zigezuke also approaching the last 2 turns.
It's a yellow flag in sector 2. I think there's something happened. Maybe it's a glitch, eh?
Yeah, it's often that it glitches that I have yellow flags where nothing happens. Well, that was not a fast lap by Zigezuke, that was a 117.
I think he just now starts on his flying lap.
That could also be that we can watch that live.
Now into turn 2, approaching turn 3. Again, it's a yellow flag in sector 2, but I think it's the game.
I hope they fix that in 2021.
Well, his DRS is wide open. I'm braking very, very late.
That locks up a little bit.
Lock him up, yeah.
But that's downhill corners.
They're driving on the edge, you know, driving on the edge.
It's very easy to lock up on downhill corners. Purple in the second sector. Is Zigizuki going to make an attempt for pole?
Here we go to the last two corners. Very, 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 very easy to go.
Very aggressive.
Easy to
oh, that's P2 for Zigizuki with the 1.3.2. So he was purple in 2 sectors.
Only 0.2 a second, 2/10 apart. It's very, very, very close.
Yes. But P2 is really going to be good for him. He's really looking for redemption of the race in Monza.
I heard he was in a very, very good situation, and then he hit the wall or something.
He was leading the race in Monza, and on race restart, after the safety car went in, he spun out of Parabolica.
Oh, maybe he had cold tires, and that's why he spun.
Yeah, and he took out 2 McLarens.
Ooh.
But I think he wasn't penalized for that, because it was classified as a racing incident.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it happens. You know, we're all people, so incidents happen, and even, of course, with these speeds, still driving is dangerous, you know, even when it's digital.
I'm currently watching Jack just rounding the last corners, but that's not a hot lap. He's just starting his hot lap.
Starting, and you know what he's trying to do? He's trying to take a DRS slipstream from Safar in front of him.
Yes.
So he can make a little bit more speed. So maybe that's
maybe he can go to P1, P2. We'll see. But he's really going to have to improve that time to go in pole position by more than 1 second.
We're going to see what he does in the first sector. First sector, he ain't faster. I think the Ferrari has to move out of the way very, very soon, because.
Yeah, but if the Ferrari's on the hot lap, he doesn't need to move out of the way.
Oh, maybe that's the problem. Yeah, then.
That's the thing, because when you're both on the hot lap and the car behind you is faster, you don't need to move out of the way.
I see. I think he just aborted his lap because you see that the Ferrari is further away.
Well, maybe he was only slower. But the session is ended. We're only waiting for the last few cars to cross the line.
So who is on a hot lap? We got Raptor on a hot lap.
As Jack goes P6. Let's see if Raptor can improve on the time, and he invalidates it. That would have definitely been a P2 time, because he had, yeah, look at that. 1-2 would have been.
And he's over the line also. So
let's see. Oh, Andy Meister went off. He's on the grass, and Tick is on a validated lap. So that's the starting grid we're going to have. We've got the Raptor on pole. Together with him aligns Zigizuki in P2. Then we've got my surprise of the qualifying, Kizoris, the new driver, lining up in P3. Then Sefter P4, Starperfood P5, Jack Francis in P6, Andy Meister in P7, Tink in P8, then Bfast and Jack Brighty. And it's a really close session. We've got everyone in 1.2 seconds time, which is close racing. And I hope we'll see that close racing in the race too. What do you have to say about that?
I think it's very, very impressive what I've seen. I've never seen that quick of times and that many quick guys in one corner. I think there's going to be a lot of damage maybe.
Yeah. Really looking forward to the race start.
Well, it's like you predicted it right, Dirk. The 3 guys that we said is going to be the fastest are the 1, 2, and 3. So.
Yeah, we already talked you through the top 10. I think we had every car in the last session, except one. So yeah, really good session. and we see what the race is going to be.
Yeah. Only one thing, maybe I can't make it the race because I have to go
Yeah.
to my girlfriend in about a half an hour.
But you
because
don't.
of the evening, we got like a evening lockdown. After amount of time, you can't go on the streets anymore, and then you're gonna be fined. So it's like a 20-minute drive. So in about half an hour, I'm gonna go because, or else the police man is gonna catch me.
Okay. Yeah, the Rapster just complaining that he was 4th quicker and messed up the last corner, but you're still on pole, my friend. Not as impressive, but you're on the pole. I think that's enough, isn't it? So you won't make the full race with me together?
No. I thought
Yeah.
I was gonna make it, but now I see it's like 10 minutes past 8 around here. I know it's in England, so it's 10 minutes past 7 around there. But
And when are
yeah,
you not allowed to go out there?
after 9 here, so that's
Oh.
in about an hour. So
I think I'm allowed to go out all the time.
Oh, that's great, man.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
don't do
You
it.
can, you can go out here also all the time, but after 9, the policeman is gonna follow you and give you a fine for it.
Well,
In about a week, we get an extra hour.
then you can commentate the entire race together with me.
Yeah. I like it. You know, maybe we can do this often.
Yeah, you're also commentating the Division 2 races with me when we're driving.
Yeah, when we're driving and commentating at the same time, that is gonna be great.
Yeah, just like we're just talking about our race, not really commentating. Yeah, the drivers just starting their formation lap. Do you want to talk us through the track a bit? What is important?
Yeah, what is important? I think the first corner is gonna be tight because it's a very fast corner. But look, if you have to squeeze 20 guys in one go through it, it's gonna be hard. I think there's gonna be a lot of guys running wide over here, and here in the uphill, yeah, it's nice if you can brake late, you know. And in the first time with cold tires, yeah, it's easy to lock up and miss your braking point. So I think here is gonna get the most damage. Then we got a traction. You know, after turn 3, it's uphill, so the traction is hard. It's hard to get on the throttle. So you have to wait, you have to feel it, and if you have good, then you can shoot yourself towards turn 4. But turn 4 is downhill, so you have to brake a little bit earlier than turn 3. And over here, yeah, you can pass guys on the inside and on the outside if you have a good exit. Then we go into 5 and 6, then we go into the double whammer jammer. If you have a good exit to the double whammer jammer, you can go for a pass, but it's a very, very hard move, you know?
Yeah. And it often goes wrong. That's what we saw in Division 2, where Martin wanted to a bit too much and was taken out by... I don't want to say he was taken out, but he just drove into him.
I had a race in Austria in the Division 2 also, and I had a shunt over here. I just went with 300 into the gravel trap, and I just managed by the car straight not going.
I also, that's what you talked about out of turn 3. I spun out of turn 3 in the race. I was P15 and then was sent back to the sent to the back again.
And here you have to stay between the lines, you know. It's very very easy to get a warning here for track evaluation. So,
yeah. But we're just looking at the Rapster lining up and all the other guys behind him.
Here we go.
And cars driving into each other because Codemasters can't fix their game.
Yeah.
But
maybe,
yeah.
and the next game it's better.
Just looking at the Rapster.
So, for the first lap, I'm gonna give the talking to you, Mr. Diabo.
Okay. I think everyone is at the grid.
And the lights go on.
We've got 5 red lights. And it's go, and we got Jackie Brighty with a drive-through penalty for an early start. And there's the collision at the back.
There was 2 guys.
As Mushroom
out.
is out of the
Mushroom
session.
again. Mushroom.
And there's another collision on the straight.
Oh, there goes the
Oh!
collision.
And that's Vestal out. There's a few people going out and a few people having wing damage. And that's a lap 1 safety car.
And Taylor Wurst is in the spin. Oh, and here's... Oh.
So, a very chaotic first lap.
I told you, squeezing 20 guys through the first corner is gonna be hard. And that's what's gonna happen.
Yep.
Now,
Do you
now
think you should
everybody-
pit in the first lap for another tire? If you're starting on the soft?
What I told you, a lot of guys are gonna come in for a new front wing.
Yeah, that's
I think
obviously.
In the first laps on this track, I think it's not that clever to come in for new tires, because like the softs, you can go a long stint with it. You know, it's like 10 laps, maybe more.
Yes. And another thing at the start, that Kizaurus overtook Zigezuke. And we can have a look at the position changes. Also, one of the big profiters of the start, Carry the Khan, starting last already in P12. But we'll have a look at the position changes. We see firstly Carry the Khan 6 places up, and David also started in P17, 5 places up, now 6 places up because Jackie Brighty is in the pits. So yeah, that was a really interesting race start.
Yeah, that was a very interesting race start. We started with 18 guys, there's 16 left. Well, there's the 2 guys who were heading for the showers very, very early, huh?
They didn't want to race anymore. And Jack Bright also with his drive-through penalty, because he started too early. He's going to be out of the race, except if there's another safety car after this.
But yeah, he's lucky. If he goes, he's in the back of the grid now. If he goes through the pits for this drive, oh, you cannot make your drive through behind the safety car. Huh?
No, you can't, because then
he's,
that would not make any sense if you could make a drive through during safety car.
His race is over. His race is over.
Well, maybe if they have another safety car after that.
Yeah, but it's very hard to come back from that. If he goes in and out, it's more than 20 seconds. And then you have to make that up, and then you have to pit for another tire compound. Ooh, it's going to be a long race for him. But we're going to watch the front guys.
Are you looking forward for the Aston Martin safety car?
Aston Martin safety car? Oh, in the real life.
Yeah,
I've seen it. I think it's nice, but I hope we're gonna have a close race between the Red Bulls and the Mercedes. And
I think the McLarens are going to be in the mix too.
Yeah, what I've seen was like the McLarens are very fast too. So
I think we're going to have a three-way shootout.
Yeah,
would be nice. I think the Mercedes aren't as dominant anymore as last year, especially because they got their dual-axis steering banned. I think it was banned this season, no?
Yeah, it's banned. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And we have the downforce degradation. All cars have 10% less downforce.
So the laps are going to be a bit slower.
Yeah, everybody thought that would be, but after the winter test and after the car developments, the cars are even just as fast. Maybe
the safety car is going in this lap.
Okay, so we're gonna watch the front.
I'm going to watch the front. I don't know what you do.
Case in the Mercedes, you have to watch out for him because he's a new guy. Nobody knows him. Nobody knows what he's going
Started
to do.
at P3, now P2.
I think he could have a very, very good race for his first race.
The refs are just backing up the field behind him.
Everybody's warming up the tires. And the safety car is in. And I think
Ed Repster gets a good restart. Already 6/10 ahead of the rest.
I see that Jack Francis had a good run on Tickasoo. I think he's gonna trail him in the next straight, and then maybe he's gonna attempt a dive bomb.
I think the Ferrari's in the mix as well. I think Jack Francis first he has to pay attention to the Ferrari, but yeah, nothing happens.
And the
he's
Ferrari
really
just hit
close.
him. Maybe he's got front wing damage because
we have a look at this. He survived. He has low damage, but that was really close. And I think Jack Brighty already served his penalty.
Yeah,
and he's only 12 seconds behind.
And if I go down the orders, like the Ferrari is very close, then we got a little bit of a gap between the two Renaults. They're in a train of 3 guys with Andy Meister behind that. Behind that is the Haas, and then we got the second Mercedes.
I think Tig is going to try and move against his teammate this lap. They are really close together. I don't know if they have team orders or something.
He's taking a look on the inside. Oh.
Taking a look, but that would not be smart. He's really close behind. And behind them, Kobo is also behind. He's definitely trying to move. And Tig is also trying to move down the inside, up the hill. And he's done it. Is Starprofoot going to be able to launch a counter attack?
It's a great move, but I think when you're teammates, it's better to make not fight dash hard. Look, they just hit each other. I think this car has got front wing damage now because he just hit him quite hard.
Hope he has no damage.
If you go back in the front.
Amiru is right up the tail of the Mercedes in front of him. He's looking for the inside in the 2 turns, in the 2 last turns, but he's not going to try and move as the DRS is activated. And he tries to move on the inside. He has tried to move on the inside in the last turn, and he's done it. That was a great move.
The Mercedes must have damage, I think, or you just let him pass, because it's not a place where you pass a guy.
Yeah, he has damage. He's missing his right end plate on the front wing.
So that's why you could pass him. David's gonna consider what he's going to do, because if he keeps driving with a broken front wing, he's not gonna get any points.
I know what he's going to do after the race. He's going to report an incident.
Yeah, but you can report it after the race, but the problem is in the race, so he has to make the best of the situation right now.
As Kizaurus is very close to Rapstar, that's just what that fellow in the front, he's coming closer and closer. He's maybe able to try an attack on the first or second straight.
Yeah, that's what I told you, he's a new kid on the block, and I think he's just trailing
his rear wing
now.
opens.
You know, the 2 guys are faster than the rest of the pack, so they're both fast. And I think Case is just trailing him, just staying in his DRS and just making him nervous, just waiting for him to make a mistake.
Yeah. But Kerry, close behind the Mercedes, he's trying to move round the outside in turn 3. Is he doing it? Nah, there's a bit of contact there as he's getting first up wide. The Mercedes stays in front. But he's maybe able to launch another attack against him into turn 4. No, he's not. But that was really close, I'm gonna tell you that.
I think there's a nice train with the Ferrari and the McLaren.
Yeah.
And we see that the Renault has got a time penalty.
Kerry is trying a move down the inside in the last 2 turns against the Mercedes. And he's done it. But is the Mercedes going to be able to counter?
No, this is the same guy with the front wing damage.
That's the one with the front wing damage? Yeah, he is.
And he's just staying out. So
I don't know if that's the smartest move to do.
No, but sometimes the best thing is just go for a pit window and then change your front wing. But
if he's not losing too much time.
Maybe a hard strategy, or maybe a medium hoping for a safety car, through to safety car to go for a second stop. But for now he's just tumbling down the order, and that's gonna be. I see that Kaiserus is back on 6/10 of a second of the Raptor.
Yeah, they're just trading each other, I think.
They're both in their own league. Zikisu just cannot follow him yet, quite yet. I think he is.
But Zikisu is coming a little bit closer.
He's trying very hard to come in the train. Oh, here's my girlfriend. Honey, I will be there in about 20 minutes. But that's a very, very nice race, Alma.
You should mute yourself.
No, I did it in English.
Oh, Sefter! Just at the back of the McLaren. I think he doesn't want to train him anymore. I think he wants to overtake him.
Okay, I see that Case is going for an overtake because he's pressuring the Raptor extra hard now.
Yeah.
You see, maybe he had saved enough fuel and now he's going into rich mix and just put under pressure. And if you can keep this up, I think he's gonna overtake him in turn 2 or maybe in turn 4.
We'll see.
But here we go on start finish.
As he opens the DRS. As the Raptor takes a little bit of rest there. But he's really close. But he's not able to try and move in 3. Is he going to be able to try and move in 4? We're on board with Kyrosaurus. He has the DRS wide open. But he's not close enough to try and move this left. As we've got a nice battle going on for 4th. As Sefter goes in front of Jake. He overtakes him into turn 4. That's a nice move.
Okay, and we've seen Emerald won a position and
Starproof is also winning a position.
The Haas is losing position. He lost 2 positions in 2 corners. So
yes.
Maybe he's got damage also.
No, he has no damage. I just looked at that.
Okay.
Well, he maybe has, but it's not visible. But we'll have a look again at the Raptor Kyrosaurus battle. Kyrosaurus is just closer this lap than last lap. And Zikizuka also fighting his way. He's getting closer and closer. Last lap it was 1.7 seconds, now it's 1.5 seconds. But
1.5,
Kyrosaurus,
1.4, 1.6. Yeah.
He's trying really hard to come into the train, as I said. But
yes, he's trying.
Kyrosaurus again not able to try and move into 4. Because he's not quite close enough. But he's really close.
I think those guys are driving very, very, very fast. The deltas and the pace is very high.
I think Cass is really going to have his chance in the next lap.
I think he's going for it now.
Yeah.
But also we're in round 11 and nobody has pitted for the first pit stop, right?
So maybe the people are trying in 1 stop. As he's really close behind. Is he going to try and move down the inside or outside on turn 3? We'll see, he's really close this time.
He's closing up now. Yeah. If
he's doing a move, it's going to be 4.
He's going to get an attack.
Yes. And he gets a really good exit.
He's going to get it very... Wow.
He's going to get a move. He goes to the outside. The Raptor to the inside, but the Raptor defends that.
Trying to go for the switcheroo, but that's not gonna work. He's very close in the double whammy jammer. But you know, when you're trailing a car this close, you have to you come into the dirty air, and
but that gives Zikizuka the opportunity to close up. He's also in the DRS of Kyrosaurus now.
And now we got a 3-way dance.
Now we've got a 3-wide battle for the first place. What is more exciting than a 3-wide battle for the first place?
Yeah, and you know what? I think you have to commentate on your own because I have to go. Oh, and I'm going. I'm going to race to my girlfriend because over there I know there's a race going on. I want to see.
Which one?
This one.
Oh. Well, you can join me in the chat. But now Zigezuke is very close to Kizaurus. Maybe Kizaurus has to keep attention on if he's going to be overtaken by Zigezuke because he's super close behind.
Yeah, but it's very hard to overtake when somebody in front of you has an open DRS because
of
you
course.
Cannot.
But the top 3 are within 1 second. That tells you everything about how good these guys are.
It's a very, very close race. And if it was between 2 guys, I think
Asterepsa gets himself a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings.
That's not what you want, eh? When it's this close.
No.
And he's going for a pit stop. Raptor's going for his tires.
So maybe right now Zigezuke able to try a move against Kizaurus. But into turn 1 it's not the smart move. Yeah, bye bye. I'll see you in the chat. If the race is still going then. Yeah. So I'm on my own now again. But yeah. Zigezuke really close. Kizaurus has no DRS this lap. So maybe Zigezuke going to try a move. No, he's not trying a move. As we also got a really interesting battle going on for P11. As the first 2 guys pit, and let's see if the Raptor stayed in front of them. The Raptor just rounding the final 2 turns. And looks like he made the undercut work. He's now way more in front than he was before. As we've got the yellow in sector 3, but I think that's just the game. Yeah, the refs are 3 seconds in front of Kizaurus. The undercut really made some work here. But he really likes to try strategies like these because he's in a disadvantage just because of his time penalties. I've got a close battle going on for P7. Jack Brady right up the tail of Tink. I think they both also already made their boxing stops. The pit stops. And we've got the yellow in sector 2, and that looks like the Red Bull of Taylor Wurst is out of the session, and that's a virtual safety car. But Taylor out of the session already had the drive-through penalty, while everyone who wasn't in the pits is going to utilize that virtual safety car now. But we've got the same 3 guys in front again. The refs are leading the race, Kizaurus in P2 and Zigezuke in P3. Brian gets himself a drive-through penalty for speeding on a virtual safety car. As we've got Emirul right off the back of Jack Brady through the twisty middle sector of the track. He's getting closer and closer. Is he going to try and move? No, that's madness. Is he going to try and move in the last 2 turns? Yes, he's trying it. And he's through. But Jack Brady now, is he going to be able to launch a counter-attack with the DRS wide open? Getting closer and closer. Maybe into turn 3. But no, looks like Emery was just faster than him. As we've got a 3-wide battle going on for P12. Be fast, Andy Meister and Carey. Be fast, Andy Meister maybe trying a move into turn 3. He's really close. He goes for the outside and sticks the move. Oh, Be fast goes for the inside. They made a little bit of contact there, and Carey the Cunt profits from that and also overtakes Be fast. As the Raptor just sets the new fastest lap of the race. But the sky is getting darker and darker. Are we going to see rain later on in this race? That's what I was thinking. The sky started to be very bright, and now it's very dark and cloudy. So maybe we're going to see rain in the race, and that will make the race very much more interesting. As Carey right up the back of Andy Meister and overtakes him into turn 3, but Andy Meister still hangs in there, and there's a bit of contact there. And Carey gets forced out wide. But he's still wide with him. As he tries to move on the inside. Oh, that was dangerous. As we now see Safter right up the tail of Jack Francis. After the pit stops, Rapster seems like no one can stop him. Yeah, Safter right up the tail of Francis. As Brian goes for a second pit stop. Emery is also past Tink. As Andy Meister really close behind Carey as he drives him into the back. He has the DRS wide open on the way to 4. But yeah, is it going to rain or not in this race? That's the question I'm asking myself, because the sky looks really dark. I've also got Tig right behind up Emerald. He has the DRS wide open. Oh, Safter! Oh, Jack runs right into the back of Safter, and by doing so, he has the chance to overtake him again into turn 4. But it looks like he doesn't take the chance. Does he have damage from that? No, I think he just got out there. But yeah, it's getting brighter again, so it looks like it were just a few clouds coming up. As those two guys, Jack Francis and Safter, still have got an exciting battle for P4 going on. Sorry that I wasn't there for a hot minute because I had to take a piss or else I would have peed myself, and that's not what we want. But yeah, looks like nothing really changed in the minute I was not there. We still have got the few battles, the battle for 4th between Zephyr and Francis and the battle for 6th between Emiru and Tink going on. And the three-white battle at the back now expanded to Jack Bright, who took a pit stop. I just saw that when I came in. But Tink right behind Emiru, right behind Jack Francis, so we have a 3-white battle for P5. That's gonna be super interesting. Yeah, but the sun is shining again, so my theory that it might rain is not true. But we're just right now on board with Emirul, who might be trying a move against Jack Francis into turn 3. He's got the DRS wide open. Switches early for the inside. As he goes down the inside. Is he going to make that move stick? Oh! Jack tries to switcheroo as they are still side by side going down to the 4th turn. Jack on the inside, Emiru on the outside. That's a really good battle. Oh, Emiru locks up. They are still side by side going through turn 4. Who's going to make it here? There was a little bit of contact there, but Jack manages to defend his position against Emiru, but Emiru is still very close behind him. Just... oh, that was dangerously moving over. Yeah, but Emiru just looking at the gearbox. Now he's going to be able to try and move into turn 1, but trying to move into turn 1 is not as smart because your opponent will have your DRS on you on the next straight. But he still tries to move into the first turn, and he makes it stick. And there's contact and a collision! As Emiru spins round, but it looks like he has no damage taken. That's a miracle. That's a real miracle that he has no front wing damage from that. But he still got taken out and lost a few places. That was a really nice battle. Sad that it ended like that. As we see Beefhead right up the tail of Animeister. Beefhead going for the inside, Animeister going for the outside. As is Beefhead past the makes the move stick? Yeah, looks like it. But Animeister maybe able to launch counter attack into turn 4. But no, he's not going to make a counter move. But that's really sad for Emirul. As they're side by side going through the turns. Wow. But we are the last 10 laps of the race. But it looks like the Raptor is going to take a dominant win here if he doesn't make a mistake. He's just so much faster than Kizaurus and Zigezuke on his medium stint, extending his lead to 8 seconds. So we've got not a lot of exciting battles going on, only the battle for P12 and the battle for P10. As we're currently following Jack. Who is right behind the runner of Star Pursuit with the DRS open. What do you mean, Andre, by penalties? Ah, you want to have a look at the penalties? Yeah, of course, I can do that. I completely forgot that. Yeah, though that's the... Oh, wait! The Raptor has 8-second penalty. I completely missed that. And Raptor pits. Is he pitting or did he make a mistake? No, the Raptor pits. With 8 seconds penalty. But yeah, Andre, if Amiru doesn't report that, what I think he should do, you can have a look at lap 25, I think it is, because Amiru got spun around there. Right now it looks really good for Kizaurus to take the win. Let's see how long he has been on those tires. Yeah, he just has to stretch that medium stint a little bit longer. And so he can take the win. Okay, you saw that, good. But we've got B-Fast right up the tail of Animeister again. He's so close behind. But yeah, some people here in the field still don't have any penalties. I think penalties really will impact the race a lot, because we've got a few people like Starfruit, Kebo and Kizaurus who are the only people without penalties right now. And Starfruit will probably go up 1 or 2 places going to the points. Kebo will probably go up 1 or 2 places going into the points, and even if Kizaurus gets overtaken by Zigezuke, which might be actually, Zigezuke still has 3-second time penalty, so that's, yeah. Oh well, we've got the Rapstar right up the tail of Zigezuke. That might be really interesting. Yeah, Bell 42, I just saw that. Thank you, Andre, I just saw that. They are really close. The Rapstar right up the tail, goes for the outside. But Zigezuke doesn't want to give up quite on that P2. Moving for the inside, but the Rapstar is past Zigezuke and just much faster on those fresh softs. Maybe he's going to be also able to catch Kizaurus, but it's going to be really difficult because the softs are obviously faster. But I don't think he can make 10 seconds up in like 5.5 laps. But I said a similar thing too about the race in Italy, and there Zigizuki spun and lost his race. And Zigizuki was in a similar position than Kizaurus is now, and the Raptor is in a similar position than he was last race. Pitting very late for new softs, so we'll see how it turns out. But he's just way faster. As Brian makes space for his teammate, hunting down Kizaurus in P1. But he's super close, faster than Kizaurus. But he's right up the tail. He's definitely going to be able to try and move in the first corner. Because he's sitting right in the gearbox of Kizaurus, and after that he needs to push on. He needs to push. Because he's got 4 laps to give himself 8 seconds margin. Which is not a really easy thing to do. But it is possible, since he's on fresh softs and Kizaurus is on used mediums, so yeah. But yeah. Let's see if Kizaurus can still defend, because if Kizaurus is able to defend that, it's going to be really hard, because 3 laps is less. But the Raptor is past him, and now the Raptor has to deliver 3 quali laps to be able to take the win. And Kizaurus as well has to be really fast. As we're approaching the last 3 laps of the race, and we're riding on board with the Raptor during those last laps, I'm also going to be turning on the lap data so we can see what kind of laps he's doing. Yeah, he's just way faster than the others. I want to see what sort of lap the Raptor is doing now and what sort of lap Kizaurus is doing now. So the Raptor did a 1.5.8 and Kizaurus a 1.7.0. If they keep up that pace, the Raptor is not going to be able to take that win. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But the Raptor just flying away. Maybe Kizaurus also gets himself a penalty. That would make life way easier for the Raptor. So Kizaurus has to drive really fast, but drive without getting warnings, which is a difficult thing to do in Austria, because it's like a few turns where it's really easy to get yourself warnings, like the last turn combination and also the exit of that turn. There it's also very easy that you cut a little bit too much to get yourself a warning. So Kizaurus has to be fast. But yeah, we're just approaching the final lap. If nothing goes too bad, Kizaurus is going to take the win here. as a premiere. It's his first race, but I don't want to say too much. Kizoris could still make a mistake and the Raptor can win that, because he's just super fast. Yeah, I think that is going to be a victory for Kizoris. But if Kizoris gets himself a penalty now, the Raptor is going to be faster. But yet, Raptor rounding the last 2 turns and taking the checkered flag. Currently P1, but we're riding with on board Kizoris. The Raptor got another 5-second penalty. Did I see that correctly? Yeah. Kizoris wins the race. What a superb drive from him. As Shigezuki comes home 3rd, Sefter is going to come home 4th. Does he have he has a front left puncture, Sefter? Were those tires too old? So limping home with a puncture. As Kibo Flauter goes P5 because of penalties, and Emiru goes P8. Carey just finishes, but he's going to be B10 because Jack behind him has less penalties. Jack in P9. Then we see Starperfoot finishing, also pushing out Carey out of the top 10, taking P9. And then we just waiting for Animai's third B-Pass to finish the race. Yeah, I really liked the strategy the Raptor did at the end, because he almost took the win with those softs, because he was just so fast. Yeah, looks like he got the 5 seconds for speeding at the pit, going to the soft tire. If he didn't get that, he would have just won. But yeah, P2 still really solid for him. But Kizoris, the newbie, taking the win. Yeah. What a nice race. Good racing from all drivers. Yeah, that's the race. Kizoris takes it. Behind him is the Raptor, who takes the fastest lap. Shigezuki is after. Chibo, Tink, Jack Francis, Emiru, Starperfoot, and Jack Bright rounds up the top 10. That was another exciting race here in Division 1. Tomorrow is going to be the broadcast for Division 3, same time as today. Also a very exciting race. They're also racing in Austria. And yeah, I don't have a lot to say. That was me commentating for you. My name is Jabo. And the co-commentator that was here for a second, his name is Chappie. Yeah, I hope you liked the stream, and I'll see you when I commentate the Division 3 race.